Hi, my name is Eric Houchin, and this is my FMOD demo reel using the open source first-person shooter Sauerbraten, also known as Cube 2. In this video, I will demonstrate some of the sound design techniques that I use to create the sound effects, vocalizations, and adaptive music that I implemented into the game using FMOD Studio. The project started with organization and planning, so I created an asset list to track the creation and implementation of all the sounds needed for the game. This is a necessary first step and is fundamental to the success of the project. The weapons need to sound believable in order to create the immersive experience that the player expects, and were created by adding multiple layers of samples that accounted for the various components of the sound, such as the attack, body, and low-end elements. These were then further processed as a group to create the final sound. For the shotgun, I also used a combination of my own studio and field recordings for the sound of the cocking, firing, and the shells landing. These were then layered with additional sounds from my library to get the final result. In addition to the attack sounds, careful attention to detail went into matching the sounds of the weapon's animation in the game. For the chainsaw, I was able to take advantage of FMOD's ability to crossfade different sound sources using a game parameter for intensity. Ranging from idle, attacking, and sawing. For the fireball, I also used subtractive synthesis techniques in addition to sample layering to create the results I wanted. The monster sounds are recorded using my voice, and were then transformed using grain, pitch, transient, and playback modulation techniques to create the various monster sounds. Multiple variations of each were then implemented into FMOD using multi-sound containers that randomized their playback. In addition, volume and pitch modulation was added to keep the vocalizations from sounding repetitive. I modified the map's config file to add various sound objects that would be placed throughout the map. The first type triggered reverb settings in FMOD for the various locations, including rooms, quarters, and a forest-like outdoor area. The overall aesthetic of the map is very dark and ominous, so additional sound objects were used for positional ambiance layers to accentuate the map's design. I implemented the layers by dividing the map into 3 zones, and in each zone, multiple ambiance objects were placed that triggered randomized multi-sound events in FMOD. So while playing the map, the randomized ambiance layers are combined with each other to create an evolving texture as the player progresses throughout the map. I composed, mixed, and mastered the music in the game to complement the evolving ambiance layers and to create a unified soundscape. The music track is also tied to a game parameter in FMOD for the player's health. So as the player's health diminishes, a low-pass filter is used on the main music. That allows the darker ambiance layers to become more present, conveying the dire condition of the player. After the player is successful in defeating all the enemies on the map, The map's music and ambiance layers are crossfaded out with a new calming texture that communicates that the player is now safe from attack. So now the player can explore the map for items and know that all the enemies have been defeated. As a final piece of polish, and to prevent the higher priority sounds from being masked in the game, the music and ambiance layers were grouped together in FMOD and treated with sidechain compression when the sound effects and vocalizations are triggered to ensure that they will always cut through the mix. I'm Eric Houchin, and I had a lot of fun creating and implementing the sounds for this project, and thank you for watching my FMOD demo reel.